Welcome to this week's edition of the CEO Show. This is a show where we take a look at how the leaders of our nation coped with the COVID-19 pandemic. I have with me today the honor of speaking with Sri Lanka's very first woman to take on the position of Surveyor General of the Sri Lanka Survey Department. Good morning to you, Madam, Mrs. Shamali Pereira. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Good morning, Yashika. Good morning, Mrs. Dhanapala. Thank you very much for welcoming and selecting me for the CEO session. Yeah, thank you so
It's an
much.
absolute pleasure to have you on the show. Now, let's just rewind back to the 26th of February when you assumed your duties as the very first woman to take on the post of the Surveyor General. Not a small feat, and an absolute celebration on that day, I'm sure. And less than a month later, correct me if I'm wrong, you heard about the global pandemic and heard that Sri Lanka was being impacted. Please share with me, what was your initial reaction?
Yeah, basically, after resuming my duties, exactly after 2 weeks, around on the 16th of March, we suddenly came to know that the 16th of March is on a public holiday due to the COVID epidemic spread. So we were never expect such situation because at that time there were about 3 patients. We heard that from the news and social media. So other than that, we never expect such a situation, such an unexpected situation. However, we managed to come to the office work on 17th of March. So after that, I actually call upon my senior officials in the head office, and I have a discussion with them how we can face this situation in future. At the same time, I would like to highlight that the survey department is a big department. We have the 24 district survey officers, 9 provincial regional survey generals officers, then 94 divisional survey officers, and the main head office functioning, actually doing the central functioning. Altogether, we have about 600 staff in the head office, and the entire staff, almost 6,000 staff is working all over the country. So we were very actually excited at that time because my senior officers were with me, and we have to handle the the survey department functions all over the country. So then actually we were discussing that we were never thought that this will be actually hit to the country as it was. Now we had that experience, no?
Sure.
So then we were thinking that the way to actually need to get more health precaution and minimize some sort of social contacts, because you know that the field officers, the surveyors, they have to go to the field and contact with the landowners and the other the responsible officers who are pointing out the land survey boundaries, this and that. So our people have to physically presence there. So what we thought was we immediately actually stopped that event. We advised them to work in your offices, and we will take the precautionary measures, and we will introduce the way forward within a week's time. So that's the way initially we were started our work. But unexpectedly, that we continuously, even though government offices are open, suddenly the country was exhausted the situation. So the people were bothering not to do the work. They were bothering to find out some food and all these things. All were in the supermarkets, this and that. So we ourselves also follow that the same line. but only for end of that week.
Right.
So after coming Monday, again I have to go to the office and take some sort of official proceedings to give my officers to way forward. So then after that, the next week, following week, I came to the office, and actually I got contact with my other officers through the meeting.gov.lk, because that's the facility that provided by our ICTA, Institute of Communication and Technological Agency. They have shared the online link, official linking with the other officers. So I switch on to the meet.gov.lk and I contacted most of the officers from their home through the video conferencing. And at that time, we were thinking, actually, the government also issued number of circulars for us to follow, and actually the government was intention to not to interrupt the people, not to ask them to come to the office, because they have announced the curfew when they were trying to lock down this country. So we were following the government circulars and the instructions. We were thinking to draft some sort of a guideline to my officials to follow the official work from home as far as possible.
Right.
So, yeah, in that case, basically, most of the officers were objecting with me. So, because the country is in such environment, some officers are at home without doing any work, because the government is trying to emphasize the work from home.
Right.
So, but however, they agree to do basically the clearing the backlog of work from home. So that's very good opportunity for officials to actually, normally the surveyors, field surveyors are doing the field survey work, then they do the plan work.
Right.
So most of the time they have work in hand. So in that case, we advise them to work from home using the technology, because the internet, everything is available. Most of our systems are online because they can work. So because of that, we advise them through our proper circular again to work from home and clear the backlog. That's basically how I handle my field staff, the surveyors.
Right.
But the people, the assistants, there is no way to work by them. So we allow them to stay at home and do some sort of actually do the planting, cultivation, do their homework other than that. So we advise them to follow that guideline. Then the other important aspect is, because the survey department, we are handling the spatial data. So the digital spatial data, because most of the data we are collecting in the head office we are collecting the data for map processing. So these data, we are in the central database. So this is a very good opportunity for my staff to get the maximum input using the online technology, use the spatial data editing part. So their day-to-day work, they could continue. Okay?
Right. Right.
So there is no actually impact for their work, this situation, because they could manage.
Right.
But they were a bit happy because they don't want to spend time for traveling to the office, this and that, so many things. No? They can stay with their children, with the environment. So they managed to do that work.
Right.
So this is the way I handled that situation during around almost 2 months. So, however, I came to the office several times because the head office is the big office. So, I have to contact with the senior office. Even I got contact always with the secretary and other officials, because they also, on the way, they were planning to get some sort of agriculture-based program, because they were thinking that the country is going to this situation. We could not get something from the foreign countries, imports. So, because of that, they had another line to contact with the agriculture department and other departments. So secretary also interested to get the existing map statistics for them to the proceed. So in that way, I have to go to the office, make connection with our people and get the statistics. So this is the way I moved basically with the, actually in the official works.
Right.
But again, I have to tell you that in my case, the security officers, that's also very interesting to tell you that security officers, again, the janitorial people, because they are the people who come to the office. If they are not come to the office for cleaning my garden and the office premises, so they will not get any money for them to live. Because at this situation, so I thought that at least minimum 2 days, I allowed them to come to the office with the health restrictions, and actually I allowed them to work in the Survey General office premises, cleaning the garden, all these things we have to maintain. So that part covered by these people. Again, my security officials also very nicely actually work with me. So they also manage. So actually at that time it was hard for them to get meals. So I myself bought those things to him. Anyway, we actually very smoothly manage that environment also.
Wow.
Okay.
I have no words. My hat goes off to you. Very just commendable, just amazing how, I mean, I can only imagine personally in your quiet time, you might have been slightly overwhelmed, but to have dealt with such a incredibly unusual situation that there was no guideline in place when it happened. You had to literally start from scratch. So well done to you, and congratulations to you. Let me just say that before we go on. Congratulations to you to have done what you did just 2 weeks into your job. To have coped, that is truly, they obviously know they've got the right person sitting in that seat. Good for you. Good for you, Mrs. Pereira. Now tell me, obviously, you know, it was an unusual dynamic. Was it hard for you to work from home, carrying the load that you had to carry? How did you balance the two?
Yeah, actually, it was so hard for me because I don't have any sort of assistance, even in the office. Actually, to got a photocopier also, I have to stand and get it done. Even my system stuck, something like what we had in the morning. So I contacted the officials online, and they actually switch on to my computer through TeamViewer. They were trying to set up the environment. That also unexpected. But we could manage because of the present day technology. We could manage.
I'm sure that you were relieved that the digitalization that had happened before you coming in was actually in existence. It would have been impossible to manage otherwise, isn't it?
Of course.
Now, tell me, returning to office, you've got your entire team back on board. Tell me, how has it been? Is there a sense of normality now, 2 months on, after the curfew lifted?
No, basically, not 100%. Now, 80% of my staff in the head office is present. Even there is a government restrictions, but in my head office, most of the administration part done by the head office. So we want to continue, and we have to cover the 2 months areas also. In that case, the people are coming, but we are restricting to the people who are coming far away, something like more than 100 kilometers. But most of the time, we are calling the people within the Colombo and suburbs. So most of the time about 40-50 kilometers away, and so they are coming to the office actually 5 days per week, most of the officers, because they actually, it's very interesting to tell you that people knew that the work with them has to handle by themselves, because in case of mine, I have to do my own work. There is no alternative. So anyway, I have to attend. So in this situation, they had that in their mind. They have rest. Most of the people, not the 100%. So they have rest. However, about continuously 2 months of the time. That means 8 weeks means the huge time left, because we are working only about 200 days, working days per year. So in this case, about 40 days, around 40, more than 40 days, they were at home. So they had that feeling. So they were thinking, come to office and do the work. But I hope that government will allow us to ask the entire staff to come to the office. But we have to be very careful about that health situation, because we have to take the health precautionary measures. So I strictly ask them to wear a mask, and actually the cleaning part also, the 100%, again the cleaning the office premises, documents, so minimize the document handling. So again, after actually coming back to the office in the 11th of March, again I discussed with my officials, and we have again introduce some kind of a different concept, what we taught, the single counter concept to deal with the public. Okay, so then I will explain what I meant. Normally the public come to the head office to take their maps and the survey plans.
Right.
Survey plans means basically, you know that the land, the plan are actually they belonging to us. So most of the people having land issues. So in that case, they are very much interested to get the old survey plans done by the survey department through our head office.
Right.
Because we have the document management division in the head office. We have our entire document archive in that place.
Right.
At the same time, we have the Colombo District Survey Office also. So we were thinking how we handle the public when they are come to see us. Then they are interested to get down the documents to the old document archive, at the same time from the Colombo District Survey Office, because the Colombo District Office is also located in the head office building. So
Right.
then we were discussing to introduce, because we had the customer care center in front, very close to the front gate.
Right.
So we try to expand that customer care center in a way that to actually deal with the public through that place. Actually, in that circumstances, we got very good opportunity to link with our actually digital archive, and we could actually put the screen and show them the digital archive through the system. Then we can have a discussion with them without giving a close context, because
Right.
there is a screen. So the officer is in this side, in the left side, the public is in the right side. So we could maintain the 1 meter distance. So then we can have a chat through some sort of a small window, and we can discuss with them, and we can show them the available materials, all these things through the system. Then we can actually interact with them, and we get their requirement.
Excellent.
If we satisfy through the system, we can get the map printout and certified and give it to them on the same single counter. So we want to improve that place, because we at that time we could not have the air condition, all these things to actually do it. It's not comfortable for the people. It's not comfortable because this heating environment. But however, we are planning to at least establish within 2 months time the good environment for officers as well as for the public. So the map people also, I would like to say that all the mapping things, details, the spatial data digitally, and actually the final map printouts also, the soft copy materials are available. We could actually contact through our database. There are systems, we have established the systems. So
Right.
the mapping staff also come through this thing and got this. That's a very good concept, because that's actually the good part of the COVID.
Yes.
Unless we never think to move that point.
I think, yeah, something that you can actually utilize going forward, moving forward, in case any other kind of outbreak actually,
course.
comes our way, you're already ready to go. Most definitely. Well, Mrs. Pereira, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Very quickly, I know your time is precious and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but tell me very quickly, in terms of recovery for Sri Lanka as a country, from the perspective of the economy, how long do you think it'll be before Sri Lanka is normal again? We won't talk about the world, but Sri Lanka. Just give me the number of months or years that you feel, looking at now 2 months in, we've had 2 months back out in
Yeah.
the environment. How long do you think it'll take?
Something like that, but with my experience, I feel that we have to move slowly until the end of November, December, something like that.
Right. Right.
So after that, I hope that we will come to the present. I don't think that the 100%, but most probably the economy may recover within the somewhere around the end of the November, December, something like that.
Right. Yes, that is the
Because I am
general
not an economist, I could not.
okay. Not to put that pressure on you, but I do ask that question because everyone sees things from a different perspective. And while we've been interviewing people from different walks of life, it's good to hear, the optimism that people do see us recovering, not 100%, but at least getting things moving along in the next months that people can look to somewhat normalcy. So, Mrs. Pereira, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. It's wonderful to see you as a leader in Sri Lanka, taking the reins and leading all these wonderful people. I'm sure their respect for you has gone to a whole nother level, seeing you in action during this time. I'm sure that they feel quite safe now, being led by someone such as yourself. So I wish you all the best. Would love to have a conversation in maybe 6 months. We can touch base again if you would like to come on the show, and we can see how things have progressed. Have a lovely day. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye, Yashika. Bye bye, Mrs. Dhanapala. Thank you so much. Yeah, see you again. Okay. Yeah, bye
Very
bye.
soon. Okay. Bye bye.